Morning, y'all. I thought this would be an important one to do. I'm gonna be talking about pledging my brain to pink concussion. Hey guys, it's Mish from mishandkimVLOGS. Today is a little bit of a different video today. It's sort of a vloggy style, kind of, I don't know what you want to call this. And if you've watched any of our previous videos, we get to compete with the sound of freedom, as you might hear in the sky right now. I'm not even gonna fight it. I'm just gonna, if you hear a plane, you hear a plane. It's just the way it goes. So let's just keep moving forward. This video today is a little bit more of a special video for me. Since our journey with traumatic brain injury, you kind of get into this discussion of morbidity. You don't want to talk about death, but at the same time, it's inevitable. Everybody at some point is going to pass away. And we didn't think that we were going to be at that point in time so early in our lives where we would have to talk about what happens if something happens. Long story short, life is gonna throw you things that you may not be prepared to deal with at any point in time. We kind of know now to be a little bit more prepared. And why is it so hard to talk about? Sort of a weird topic. I don't know. It's not like, you go and talk to people and say, hey, so, when you pass away, how do you plan to, keep your remains? It's such a weird, that's not necessarily coffee table talk or water cooler talk. But in any case, if you are able to talk to somebody about such a morbid topic, such as like Kim and I, we talk about stuff like that just because we've dealt with crazy to begin with. We do have those conversations about, okay, do we want to be cremated? Do we want to donate our organs? Do we want to, all of that stuff. It's a morbid conversation. The reason why this video is important to me is because I am an organ donor, as it says on my driver's license. I am one of those people that says, I'm gonna be dead anyway, so, it sounds so, I guess what I'm trying to say is if there is a way for me to continue helping somebody even after I pass, then I wanna be able to do that. So even when Kim was in the hospital, he benefited from plasma donation. Because his body was having such a hard time and his blood wasn't clotting the way that it was supposed to and things weren't healing the way that they were supposed to, he did have to utilize plasma to help him. And from my understanding, it's a little bit more of a complicated process to donate your plasma. But anyway, it is a form of donation, so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that that was available to him to help him heal. With everything that has gone on with Kim, and because we know there isn't enough known about the brain and the brain being such a complicated specimen to begin with, I am a firm believer of donating if it's in any way going to increase the effort in science for studies and what have you. Now, the way I heard about pink concussion was actually through some of the groups that I do follow on social media. They popped up on my feed, on my Instagram feed, and I was actually quite interested just because the name was interesting, Pink Concussions. What they actually focus on is, of course, traumatic brain injury, but from a female perspective. Not only did they catch my attention just from popping up in my feed, the post itself was talking about donating your brain. And so I was immediately very interested. I wanted to do this, and I wanted to pledge to donate my brain to Pink Concussions. Now, if you've seen some of our earlier videos on our channel, granted we are still a very young channel, but we do have enough videos where I can say earlier videos. In our earlier videos, I do actually mention that I myself have suffered a concussion. I think it's been about 20 years now. And I did suffer a lot of symptoms from it. At the time, I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what was normal, what was not. And I was also very young. So at that age, I was just sort of trying to trudge through what I could. And I didn't have a whole lot of people that understood what was going on. So it was quite a lonely time trying to understand a lot of those things myself. But you know, for me, I feel that it's very important to further that science, to further that investigative research on how our brains work and how it's affected by brain injury and PTSD. So what I'm going to do now is actually show you the sites. I think that might be helpful. I'm going to actually go on the website, show you where to go if you yourself might be interested in donating their brain to such a great cause. So let's do this. I'm having a really hard time talking today, if you can't already tell. I don't know if it's because I'm tired. I think I'm tired. I need more sleep. Anyway, let's do this. Oh. We are in my office. Please excuse the mess behind me. That's my daughter's desk. She got a lot of arts and crafts stuff going on over there. Just ignore it. My home is your home. All right, so let's take a look at the website, shall we? All right, so this is the Pink Concussions website. And you can see right here, there's the address, www.pinkconcussions.com. Totally suggest that you take a look at this site, even if you're not interested in maybe donating your brain. Just take a look and understand the cause. There's other ways of donating. You can donate money, you can donate time, you could just spread awareness if you're on social media. So there's many ways you can contribute to the cause. It doesn't have to be donating your brain or pledging to donate your brain like what I'm going to do. There is a little link right here called #PinkBrainPledge, and this is actually where I'm going to be going. And I'm just going to click on it real quick so that we can just take a quick look at what this is about. This is actually a recent endeavor between the National PTSD Brain Bank and Pink Concussions. They partnered in December 2017 to encourage women to consider donating their brains for furthering TBI research and PTSD research. So it talks about why they need it, why specifically female brains are needed, and since there is still so much to learn about brain injury, the call to action of brain donation was mostly among men. It does say at some point here, while there is post-mortem brain tissue available for the study of brain injury in men, there's almost none for women. Women's process to heal is likely different than a man's process to heal. Just all the more reason for encouraging me to want to donate. This is an important question right here. What if I am already an organ donor? If you've pledged to donate your organs on your driver's license, it does not actually cover the brain. So it's a separate process. You can actually be an organ donor like I am on my driver's license, as well as clarify where I want my brain to be donated. So they do work independently of each other. And who can pledge? Obviously this is geared towards female brains. It sounds so weird. This is obviously geared towards women and their donation of their brain. Even if you have not suffered a traumatic brain injury or concussion, or you've not gone through PTSD or the combination thereof, you can actually donate your brain and they'll use it as a control for some of their studies, which is actually quite important. You kind of need that control to understand the changes and differences between the different research that's being done. Other than the fact that you should be female, that's it. Anybody can do it. Okay, now moving forward, let's actually do this thing. I am going to take the pledge. So there is a link here. It's really kind of hard to see, it's light gray, but it's take the pledge. And they go a little bit more information. They link you back to that FAQ page if you do have further questions. Let's just be clear. This page lets you know that this isn't actually saying at this very moment in time, I'm donating my brain. You're pledging to do it. It clarifies it right here. Please understand that this form and the decision to donate your brain is not a legally binding contract between you and Pink Concussions. The ultimate decision to donate will be made by your next of kin at the time of death. So obviously make sure you're working out those details with your lawyer, with any of those documented materials when it comes to that point in time when a decision has to be made about what's going to happen with your organs if you are an organ donor. Ideally, and again, this is sort of like what we mentioned earlier, the tough topic of having that discussion with your next of kin so that it's it's clear. Just something to think about. Such a touchy subject. Such a touchy subject. So here we go. I'm actually going to go ahead and put my information in. How exciting, right? So it's really easy. So I'm going to enter in my email address. Last name, phone number, where you live. You indicate that yes, you are 18 years and older. And are you ready to take the hashtag Pink Brain Pledge? And I very much am. So I'm hitting this little checkbox here to say that I confirm I would like to pledge my brain to research after my death. So I have all my information and I will hit submit. Once you hit that submit button, they'll send you some information and materials to help you further understand what this means to pledge to donate your brain, and you know, the materials will give you some guidelines on what to do next. So I'm actually very proud, and I can't wait to let people know that I have pledged to donate my brain to Pink Concussions.
Wait.
Hi.
Wait.
I pledged my brain.
Oh, yay. Oh, hey.
Like, it was really easy.
Good.
Well,
it's pledge mine.
Well, this is for women. Let me
Educate
show
me.
you. Let me show you something. All right.
Show me something.
Right here. Why are female brains needed? Donation of female brains is necessary for medical and scientific research to compare to what we already know about male brains. All right?
Mm-hmm.
In the past, the focus of traumatic brain injury and PTSD brain research has been primarily based on men.
Wow, really?
Without the recruitment of women to pledge their brains, thus resulting in very little and post-mortem research on brains of females. While there is post-mortem brain tissue available for the study of brain injury in men, there's almost none for women.
Oh,
Right.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
That's good.
So this is really exciting.
I'm proud of you, honey. That's
Thank
good.
you. It is done. Maybe we can
You
find...
learn a lot from your brain. It's huge. The average, brain is like 8 pounds. Yours is like 16.
Is this a big head joke?
Pushing 20. I'm not joking. Big.
Anyway, if you are somebody that wants to donate their brain and you want to look at other organizations that you can donate to, it doesn't have to be Pink Concussions. There are other organizations out there where you can donate your brain, and that is for male and female alike. It doesn't have to be your brain. It could be your time.
Could be your time,
It could be a hashtag on social media. It could be just words coming out of your mouth talking to somebody that raises awareness. So I'll put a few links down in the description below. Look out for next week's video. I think next week's video might be about vision therapy. He begins it this week, so we're gonna begin documenting that. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. All right, guys, thanks so much. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. This lighting is amazing. I should do this more often.
Learn and love and donate.
And donate.